Ethereum breaks key resistance levels around the $1,720 mark and continues to push back towards $1,800 and ultimately will likely see $2,000 by the end of the week. In today's episode, we're going to look at some key Ethereum chart analysis as well as Ethereum news from Visa, which is extremely bullish and exciting. And we're going to look at a chart pattern that's been unfolding for 3 weeks, which has some very exciting price targets, which we'll cover later on in this video. Guys, hello and welcome to the House of Crypto. I make videos about Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as other altcoins, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with all of the latest happening in Ethereum, as well as other cryptocurrencies. Without further ado then, let's jump into the first piece of news from Ethereum. First piece of news I want to talk about today is over on beingcrypto.com. Ethereum 2.0 staking contract reaches 3.6 million ETH. Okay, so at the moment, obviously Ethereum is working towards releasing its Ethereum 2.0, has encouraged Ethereum holders to stake their coins in return for some extra additional cryptocurrency. The staking process is going to take 18 months. So when you stake your cryptocurrency, you're locked in for 18 months. And what that means when we got like 3.6 million ETH, with a value of around $6.1 billion, that means around 3% of all the Ethereum circulating in the market is locked in to the contract. So one of the key things when we're looking out for price rise is obviously a lack of supply. So when the supply drops and demand is increasing, then this is obviously a very bullish sentiment. And one thing to also note is that we were told about sort of 2 or 3 weeks ago by Vitalik that fee burning would be introduced. And obviously when fee burning is introduced, then we will also start to see the volume of Ethereum available and the volume of Ethereum in the entire market start to decrease. Okay, so that in turn with this is obviously a very bullish piece of news. So this news comes over from Glassnode, and Glassnode is reporting that as a current price of approximately 1,631, obviously earlier on today, the total value of ETH amounts to nearly $6.1 billion, which is a massive sum, signaling a great deal of support behind the upgrade. Okay, so lots of people have been very positive on Ethereum, even though we've had a bit of a quiet month. Typically in the cryptocurrency markets, during a bull run, March is obviously a very quiet month. So it kind of needs us to be a bit more perhaps patient and to sort of wait for this good news to come. But as we see today, the price is rallying. I'm going to look at the charts later on and see what is coming up. So jumping into the next piece of news over on decrypt.co, Visa completes first cryptocurrency transaction on Ethereum. Visa has announced that it will allow transactions to be settled using the cryptocurrency stablecoin USD coin, okay, which is obviously traded on the Ethereum network. Okay, so this comes as, as they put here, the announcement is part of a wider pivot towards crypto industry for the payment giants. Huge company in the world of finance. And, this is just further support for the cryptocurrency environment, and more people are getting involved in crypto. And, as we see these big companies jumping on board is helping and aiding the whole community. And judging by the fact that it's put on the Ethereum network, this is also very exciting as an Ethereum holder. So I wanted to keep this video relatively short, just to give you a quick update on what is happening in the world of Ethereum. So what we can see, as we've seen today, we've seen a nice price rally back up. This is on the 4-hour chart over on tradingview.com. And we've seen a nice price rally back up. And we've seen that this line, or this trend line down from back on the 13th of March, approximately sort of 2 weeks or so ago, we've seen a kind of a push, and we've broken out and closed this 4-hour candle above and continued to push back up to the upside. And as what you can see here, that's very key to look at, is this shoulder and a head and an inverse shoulder. So this is an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And what this typically means, as you can see, we broke the orange line, which means we confirmed that chart pattern. We can take ourselves down all the way here and move this up to give us a potential target of where this is likely to break out to. So obviously roughly it's going to bring us back up towards this level of $1,938, which is pretty much where we came up to back on the 14th of March. Obviously we got rejected pretty hard here and we saw a drop again. Now what I want to draw your attention to see what's likely to happen after that is if we zoom out to the 1 day, huge ascending triangle pattern. Okay, so As you can see, we've had a big kind of dip down, and we've retested the higher high, which is obviously very bullish. Even though that dip probably didn't feel that bullish, it's actually quite a bullish move to bounce, and it bounced very hard, came back up, and as you can see, we're looking like we're going to continue back up to this sort of level here. Now, the key thing that's going to happen around this level, as we know, often, in terms of a sort of a trend continuation pattern, is for this to sort of break out and push, and then to continue on to the upside. Now, obviously, that's going to be a few days away. This is on the daily chart, so we could potentially see another couple of days before we get a rally back up to the sort of $2,000 level. But where would we go in terms of a breakout from this large pattern here? Okay, so we take from the highest part here down to the lowest part around here. And if we were to break out, let's say from around here, that would take us all the way up to $2,653. And obviously not going to happen immediately, but as we break past this key level here, then again we're into price discovery, and as we know, price discovery becomes quite an exciting time. Another thing to look at here is this big sort of bottom here, and we've got a nice double bottom W pattern, and as we know as well, just to confirm, we kind of come down all the way to the bottom of this pattern, and as we can see, pretty much brings us back up to the same point. Okay, so realistically, if we were to come up and be able to break and retest this as support, then I see this hitting up towards $2,650. If we were, however, to come up and fail to break through here, we may see a bit of sideways action, and if we were rejected pretty hard, then it's likely that we would probably come back down and potentially see a fall to the downside. However, looking at the news, looking at this situation as I speak, as we see it moving back up to the upside, breaking through these key levels of support and breaking through these key levels of resistance and building support as it goes, this is looking very exciting, very bullish, in my opinion. Obviously, go away and do your own research. It's up to you to make your own decisions. There's a lot of information out there for you to go and research to be able to find the right decision for you. Made a video yesterday on an ICO called Prostarter, and a lot of people left comments in that, particularly interested in the project and wanting to know more about the team. And as I said, literally, this project is super new, and they're doing a lot of work to build and continue building. And yesterday, a lot of people wanted to know more about the team, and since then, they've updated over on Prostarter.io. And I'll also leave a link to the video I made yesterday on Prostarter, where you can go and find out all this information about this ICO, which is really exciting in the DeFi DEX and NFT marketplace. Okay, potentially very, very big opportunity. The team are in a lot of talks with big trading platforms at the moment, and as we know, when they get launched onto these platforms, they can tend to grow very, very fast. They've got a great opportunity at the moment. It literally starting on the 30th of March at 1 a.m. They're going to start the private sale, okay, where you can buy at 10 cents if you want to pay for a minimum of 10 Ethereum, but also, there's other packages available if you are not looking to perhaps invest as much, but still at a very discounted price of around 15 cents, bearing in mind that, later on they're going to be offering 25 cents, etc. So, even at that price, if you were to hold and get involved early on, you can still see some very reasonable returns, and all the time it's being updated, so it's very exciting to look at. Guys, hope you enjoyed today's quick Ethereum update and Ethereum news. If you're new to the House of Crypto, make sure you hit that like and subscribe for the most realistic and up-to-date Ethereum news anywhere in the cryptocurrency market. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another video. Thank you. Bye-bye.